South Carolina after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And now some lawmakers are taking that ban a step further. Our chief political correspondent, Emma Withrow, tonight joins us live. A new bill would actually criminally punish those women who get the procedure done. Right, Emma?
It would. So if this bill passes, women who get abortions could face criminal charges, the same as people who commit homicide or assault people who have already been born. And those charges could lead to punishments that go so far as the death penalty. House Bill 3549 would amend an already proposed bill, the South Carolina Prenatal Equal Protection Act of 2023, which was originally filed in December of 2022. The new bill recognizes the unborn as a person at any stage of development, including the moment of fertilization, which leads the unborn to have the same rights as any other person in South Carolina. Representative Robert Harris is the lead sponsor of the current bill.
It's an equal protection act, just like any other people group, but my bill does go so far as to define life at conception. So that's unlike anything that we've gotten passed so far.
Right now, the bill has 18 co-sponsors. Most are men, but 2 are women. I spoke with one of the co-sponsors of this bill, Representative Thomas Beach. Beach thinks this bill will bring justice for the unborn.
If you try to end a life, there has to be consequences to ending life. And we're arguing that it doesn't matter what age you might be. So I think the real question is, when does life begin? And that has to be settled between conservatives, and it's not. And so if we had this bill up, I would have a serious debate with Rob Harris.
It's important to note, South Carolina doesn't currently criminalize women seeking abortions, but rather the doctors who do them after the pregnancy reaches beyond 20 weeks. Ann Warner, CEO of the Women's Empowerment Network in South Carolina, is horrified this legislation is even on the table.
For us to live in a state where we have, life and liberty and the ability to pursue our dreams, we can't have a state where we have the police and the state infringing in such personal ways into people's bodies and into people's lives.
So there is an amendment recently added to the bill that would not criminalize women who get their abortions if their life is at stake, as long as all reasonable alternatives to save the life of the unborn child are taken. Also, women who claim they were pressured into getting an abortion would also be exempt from criminal charges, but then whoever they say pressured them would actually be liable. So lots of stipulations. We're going to see where this goes. Right now it's in the Judicial Rules Committee. We're going to see what happens after that. Back to you guys.
All right, Emma, thanks for your coverage.